Hello everybody, Flik here, and welcome to the first part of my Dark Souls 2 playthrough on PC. If you aren't familiar with me, I have actually just finished a few days before this release a playthrough of the console version of the game, the PS3 version. I did my first ever mage character in a Souls game, and then I let my subscribers vote on one of 4 builds that I'd play through on the PC. So this is the PC version. I'm using the 360 controller, but there is a bit of an awful bug at present in the PC version where the mouse is always in the centre of the screen. You see what I mean? It's constantly appearing there. I can't do anything about that. Watch. See? Look, I'm moving it off to the side. Look, it's off the screen. Back to menu. The mouse comes back. It's a oversight in the mouse to controller setup that hopefully they'll get rid of. By the way, I'm running the game on maxed settings. It is much smoother at 60 frames. Everything just looks a bit better. It's not exactly still a great looking game, but that never bothered me in the first place. So I suppose I should talk a bit about which build actually won, although first I want to say I'm using a different recording method how I usually do PC games. I usually do my sound separate so I can do some audio mixing to kind of drown out my PC fan, because I've got a loud PC and it will probably get very loud during this when we get into some of the more intense sections. The reason I'm not is because CR is going to be joining me for some, if not most of the series, for Jolly Cooperation. And in order to hear his end of the conversation, I can't record my sound separately as easily as I would like. So I'm still balancing audio. The game might be a bit too loud. I might be a bit too loud at present. Oh, I need to type in my keyboard, excuse me. So I guess I should give away what build won out of the 3. There was almost a tie. Out of over 100 votes, there was 5 separating the first 2, and they accounted for over 70% of the total votes. So I am going to be playing as Lord Flik. Dark Lord Flik is the build that won the vote by 5 votes. So in order to please the most people, 70% of those who voted, excuse me, I pressed A, or do I need to click at this bit? Fine, there. Yeah, in order to please approximately 70% of people, I'm going to play as Lord Flik, which is the build where we get to test whether twin blades are at all viable from a PvE perspective. But I'm also going to do a little bit of miracles mixed in from the Lightning Flik build, which was the 2nd place. So class and gift. Now, because I'm saying that I want to have a little bit of sorcery, you might be thinking I'll be starting as a cleric. I'm actually not. I'm going to try something a bit risky. I did a dry run on the PS3 version just before recording. It kind of works. I'm going to start as the explorer. You might think that's crazy. I might be wrong. We'll see, because that's who I'm picking. As for my gift, I am going to pick the petrified something. And we're just going to go. Now, I let all the NPCs talk, I let all the cutscenes play, etc. on the console version of the game. I am not going to do that for this version because everybody talks so damn slowly. Plus, if I am in conversations with CR, you're not going to hear the dialogue anyway. If you want a playthrough where I always take my time, I always let NPCs finish exactly what they're saying, I suggest you watch my mage build playthrough. Plus, you're going to see a different style of play to that. Even if I do go miracles, they play a bit differently to pure sorcery. And I have actually remade Flik the Mage, which was the character name I went with for the PC version, in this because I was testing my recording before getting started to make sure everything worked. There was actually a bit of a glitch where the game would crash every time I started recording. It randomly stopped doing that, so I'm counting my blessings and just kind of going with it. Now, do you start with the ring equipped that you start with? Yes, that's the ring that gives you base magic defense. Now, things Betwixt doesn't really have a lot of things worth doing. In my opinion, the only things worth doing are unlocking the shortcut to the crows, which I'm going to do now, and also grabbing a free amber herb, just because amber herbs are pretty much in short supply and I will be getting miracles, so having more of them for free is a plus point to me. Plus, if I want to dual wield daggers for a little while, I am going to find another dagger as part of the tutorial, so why not? And you might be wondering why the hell I started as the explorer and not, say, the knight or the cleric, which are 2 very, very popular ones to start because you can do some cheesy stuff with them. Well, 1, I don't want to do cheesy stuff. And 2, I like that the explorer starts with a swath of items that you can actually use to your advantage pretty well in a lot of situations early in the game. I'm also going to be taking an unconventional route, semi-similar to how speedrunners do it for a little while. Wow, look at the durability on the dagger already when I've only killed like 1 thing. I don't have the stats to dual wield the daggers, right? Nope. That's fine though. I thought that was a enemy there. Oh, I must remember, yeah, because I'm not used to using the 360 controller, I'm used to using the PS3, I accidentally keep on doing heavy attacks instead of light. I mean, it's not a big deal right now, because we're fighting hollows that basically don't fight back, but soon it might become a problem. So yes, as I was saying, the Explorer I think is a very interesting start. I don't think it's the optimal start, so don't like copy me thinking I've got some kind of pro strat. I knew that was going to hit me, but I knew it was also going to do basically no damage. So I am okay with that. We'll get him killed and we'll just carry on. So this is the one of two things I'm going to do in Things Betwixt. I will clear the rest of the place off camera. This is going to be a bit more streamlined than my mage playthrough, where I very much did try and do absolutely everything, whether it was necessary for the character or not. That may not be the case here, but that's because I want to take this playthrough into New Game Plus. Oh, that was the crows trying to talk to me. I'm not entirely sure why their conversation got fast forwarded, but it did. We'll drop that. We don't have anything else they want. Oh yeah, we do. We have 5 prism stones. So, oh, I can't leave them because they're on my bar. Get off my bar. We'll see what. Yeah, so smooth, so smooth. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how my audio balance. Oh, a tiny nice slab. Thank you very much. I'm not sure how my audio balance is against the in-game dialogue, so you will have to tell me. Hopefully it won't be as bad as the first part of my console playthrough, where I accidentally, or well, I didn't do anything actually, my Elgato played up and knocked the audio out of sync and I didn't notice, which basically probably cost me many views because people would have thought the whole playthrough was like that, and it was only the first part, I promise. What else do we get out of all that? We get a fading soul worth basically nothing. Yellow burr is fine, I suppose. Human effigy is worth a lot, thank you very much. Another yellow burr, that's the increased lightning defense I think, and another fading soul which is like 200 souls. So yeah, that's another advantage starting as the explorer. You can just use your prism stones there on the crows to get some free items. Free low tier items. Now the other place I want to go just for the amber herb is this one, and then we'll just go straight to Majula. And I am going to kill a boss in this part. It's not going to be the last giant. It's going to be a different boss. Now let me just see here. There's one on the left. Oh, hello players. I was checking on the character I quickly made to test my recording, etc. how many deaths there's already been, keeping in mind the game's only been out on PC for, well, in the UK it's been 12 hours, slightly more than that for the US. There's been 300,000. And I don't think that counts. Ooh, that was close. I hate that jump. I didn't want to bring it up because, well, I did in the PC console playthrough and I almost fell off as a result. I just hate that jump. But that's us done in Things Betwixt. There's nothing of value for me to go after. Yeah, you can kill a few more hollows. They don't give enough souls to make it worthwhile. Yeah, you can get a small red eye orb. I'm not going to be invading people. I'm not going to be that big a dick to invade people at the very start of the game. So I'll go back and finish Things Betwixt off camera. There's nothing worth going out my way for, in my opinion. Majula, on the other hand, has a crap ton of stuff that's worth going out the way for. So that's what I'm going to do. And my PC might kick in even louder when we get here because Majula looks pretty damn pretty on the PC when you've got all like water reflections maxed out, etc. It makes my PC struggle a little bit. That's just because my PC is just, you know, it's getting on a little bit. So what are we going to do in Majula? Well, I'm going to go on an item collecting spree, and then we are not going to go to Forest of the Fallen Giants. We are going to go straight to Heide's Tower of Flame, and I am going to run through the Tower of Flame area, but do not worry, I'm only going to do that there. I do not like running through the game. I think it's the wrong way to play. I'm just going to do it there because in order to kind of mix in Lightning Flik with this Twin Blade build that I'm going to focus on, I need Lightning Spear, and that's where you get Lightning Spear, so I'm getting that first. Hello Benhart, what's your opinion on me going through the dialogue of NPCs? I'm just curious because as I was saying, in my mage playthrough, he's repeating himself now, right? Yeah. In the mage playthrough on consoles that I did, I let every NPC say their piece and I did not speak over them. I don't really want to have to listen to them again because keep in mind I've played through the game like 5 times at this point on the console. This is my first PC character. So I've heard the dialogue a lot, and it might give you an excuse to pick this up for yourself. And if you are on the fence, definitely pick up Dark Souls 2. It's a fantastic game. I did a non-spoiler review if you are interested. Oh, and CR just logged into Steam. He may actually call me while I'm playing. If he does, I will add him just so we can test how our volumes sound. Get down there. Thank you. Yeah, so if you're not familiar with all the items you can grab in Majula from the very start of the game, you're going to see now, before you get any keys, etc. Binoculars might be of interest. I'm not sure if you can snipe as well with faith magic as you can with sorcery, but it's good to have either way. Binoculars are fun. Okay, that's the main bonfire we need. We'll just get her dialogue out of the way. She does go on, so I'm definitely skipping this stuff. And because this is the PC version, and it's obviously got Steam achievements, I am going to go out of my way to try and earn as many as I can. So that means I'm going to try and earn every Covenant. So we are going to join the Covenant of the Blue purely because I want every Covenant. And yeah, we're going to take a look at the death tally 12 hours into the game being released in the UK. 262,000, or was that 2.6 million? I didn't stop to look. This guy really, the Crestfallen Warrior, just goes on and on, so we're going to definitely fast forward what he's going on about. Give me the ring and give me the option to join your Covenant. Now. Now. Nope. Nope. Just thank you. I already have... Well, actually, you don't see my Steam overlay because I capture it in a separate window, so... You wouldn't have seen me getting the achievement for finding the Covenant of the Blue because I got it on the character I made quickly before this one to test my recording, because I was running around a lot to test where areas strain the PC, etc. Also, we want that on the bar. We don't need a First Lockstone on the bar. We don't need that on the bar. We don't need that on the bar. And we will just equip the Ring of the Blue. So if I get invaded, if there's anyone in the Blue Sentinels by now, and there probably is because there's probably folk who've finished the game by now, they might get drawn into my game to protect me if I get invaded, which is good. Yep, we'll speak to Lanny, whatever his name is, just about him being locked out of his office, just so I know that his office. I called it an office again. I don't mean to. Yes, so we know now that he needs that key. Got a few more things to pick up, and then we'll just head straight to the Tower of Flame. I didn't want to break the box, but you forced my hand. I also have left motion blur on. That's a very console thing. So if the motion blur for like rolling and dodging and stuff bugs you, let me know and I can turn it off. I think it also hides artifacting if you don't have anti-aliasing up high, but I could be wrong. I'm not too sure how all that stuff works. We'll take our free Titanite shard though, thank you very much. So armour wise as well for this build, I don't think I'm ever going to wear anything heavier than medium armour. It's probably going to be light armour for the most part. In fact, it's probably going to be the Alva armour for the first half of the playthrough. And that's... I know I used it a lot in my mage playthrough, but that was for like the latter half, so it's kind of like the opposite. We'll go give the Flask Shard to the Emerald Herald just because. I might as well get 2 Estus Flask uses even though I'm not going to use them. Oh yeah, you're still by the tree because I didn't rest. I won't need to rest until I get to the Tower of Flame. Is that a shard you found? Oh, you know, you've still got one more thing to say. Oh, she didn't give me the dialogue about the... Is that a shard you found? Whatever, as long as you still use it. Why have I got medals pinned to my back? It's very weird. Also, it looks like I've got shotgun shells. I do, I have shotgun shells. Guns in Dark Souls would be a very interesting concept. Very, very interesting. Right, so the last thing I want to pick up is the Homeward Bones up by the Covenant of Champions. I'll join that off camera because as soon as I join it, I'll be rejoining another Covenant because I do actually want to be able to co-op. So, yeah, that's probably the last I'll join. In fact, just to get out of the way. You can join another Covenant straight away. It's no harm. It's just easier once you've unlocked some areas. But I wanted the 5 Homeward Bones. Are they on my bar? They are not on my bar. I like having those on my bar, so that's what we'll do. Right, so let's go kill a boss. So, I am not entirely sure how long I'm recording for. When I was recording on PC, I could see my microphone recording, so I knew how long I was going for. In this version, I can't. I mean, I technically could set a timer. I'm just going to do breaks where they feel natural, so sometimes the parts might run on, sometimes they might not. This first part might be a bit on the short side, but it's just to introduce a new series. And as with every new series when I start it, I would highly encourage and ask you to like the video and leave a comment to let me know rather that you want me to stick with this. Always show your support at the start of a series if you don't plan to do it everywhere else. So that's our first shield. I don't think we start with the stats to wield it. Oh, we do. Alright, fine, that's good. And we'll carry on through to the Tower of Flame. I could try and kill the mace wielding enemy that gives you the Sublime Bone Dust now, but I do plan to properly do the Tower of Flame area later when I go fight old Dragon Slayer, and I'll kill him then. I don't really need to improve how much HP I get back from my SS Flask at this point because I don't have enough HP to warrant it, and I won't do for a little while. But yeah, the reason we're doing this is to... I was going to say to kill Dragonrider, but Dragonrider's just in the way as well, really. We need, who I ended up affectionately calling by the end of my console playthrough, we need access to the Miracle Bitch. Because she sells Lightning Spear, and that's the easiest place to get it. Please despawn. Thank you. So yeah, we're going over... Where are we? We're going over there to fight with Dragonrider. Well, I say fight, it's more like cause him to fall to his death. I've done this 2 out of 2 times I've attempted it. Now that I'm recording, I'm sure I'll fail at least once, but if I do, that's okay. So we'll just avoid him, let our stamina regen. He's going to back up into the switch because he's a moron. Yeah, so as I was saying, do not be mad. I'm not going to run through any other area of the game. You know, unless I die to the boss like 10 times, then I might. Every other area of the game will be taken with care. I am doing this purely because I need access to what's beyond this boss, and then I'm going to go back and play the game properly from Forest of Fallen Giants onwards. I could grab the green blossoms in that chest. I shall do that later. You don't need Masterless Glencore if you're going to kill this boss the way I am. I'm just luring him away from the door so I have time to walk through it. And then we're going to do some counting, and I just hope this works out. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then he should turn and fall. Oh no, he didn't! I messed up. I moved too fast before his 6th one. I knew this would happen if I was on camera. Oh, that is not how you block. Yeah, okay, well, I should probably just die now and do it again, because the easiest way to kill this guy is to make him fall off the edge. I'm not going to do enough damage. Oh, I could if I imbued with magic actually, but I wonder. Did I just do 30 even though I was two-handing? Yeah, I did. Well, that's a bit annoying. Now you stay near his... Oh, I could technically use some of my items, actually. But I don't really want to waste them. I could use a aromatic ooze, I suppose. Oh, or he could just do that. That's the hardest way I've ever made him fall to his death, but it's also one of the funniest. Sometimes just standing around letting the boss kill themselves work, I guess. While I was debating what items to use, whatever. Now, if you're doing a rather cheap way to get ultra powerful quickly, what speedrunners do is crunch the Dragonrider soul to get enough to get their faith high enough straight away if they started as a cleric to wield lightning spear straight away. I'm not doing that because I need the soul of Dragonrider to give to Strayed to turn into the twin blade that I promised I would use in the twin blade focus build which won the vote, so I don't have a choice. And we're just going to talk to her enough that she moves. When she starts talking about finding gullible people, yep, just make sure she repeats herself because I don't want to have to come back. Thank you. Blah blah blah. So now we're going to go spend the other 6 grand back at Majula to level up. I'm going to put it all into faith, I think. It's not going to give me anywhere like enough. I need 22 faith to wield lightning spear. So I'm not going to get close because you start at 6, I believe, as the explorer. But we'll have a look. Should give us 3 levels. Well, more than that probably. Let's see how far we can get faith. We can get it to 11, so that's like another 11 levels, but that's okay. We also need to get attunement up to 10, but that's fine. In fact, can we do 1 level and that'll give me 1 space? No. That's okay. We need to get both them up. But that's only put us like a couple of levels of where the cleric's ahead of where the cleric starts, and with better distributed stats in my opinion. So that's kind of why I wanted to start as the explorer. I could technically get another level if I crunched all the basic souls I found, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to push on a little bit. I think we'll probably stop this first part when I get to the first bonfire in... No, not the first bonfire, Forest of Fallen Giants. The second one, shall we say. Because I'm not entirely sure. I should have looked at the time before I started, and then I'd be able to work out how long I'm going. I could technically alt-tab the game very quickly, but I'm worried it'd crash or something, so I don't want to do that. But yeah, that was a good start, kind of. If I got worried and was too impatient at Dragonrider. You're supposed to move and roll after his 6th step. I moved after his 5th, which is why he didn't fall off after his initial lunge. Although it still worked out in the end because I just realised I've got a cup on the back of my belt. This is the stuff you don't notice when the rendering is so bad on consoles. Yeah, but this armour is weirder than I thought it was. You do get a badass monocle though, so that's another reason why I wanted to pick it. We shall go on. Now, technically if I'm mixing in aspects of Lightning Flik build with the Lord Flik build, I do need to focus on lightning weaponry as well. So that probably means I should kill the Heide Knight that we're going to find up ahead and use his lightning sword basically until I can get access to a twin blade, which at the earliest would be the Bastille. So that'll probably see me through. I mean, in my very first playthrough, the Heide's lightning longsword that you get just up ahead saw me through the entire game, not counting optional bosses. So it's a really overpowered weapon. The knight himself, the Heide Knight, without magic is a bit of a pain in the ass, and I haven't fought a Heide Knight for a long time. So I can't actually remember his techniques, his attack patterns, etc. I've got tons of life gems. I could probably cheese him a little bit with some of the projectiles I've got, but I wanted to hold on to them until the giant boss, because I want to try and fight him at range a little bit. Because he's so much easier at range if you just let Pate tank for you. What did I pick up there? I picked up a knife. Is it better than what I'm using? It is not, but it builds bleed. I don't have the stats to wield it, so it's irrelevant. Will I rest at this bonfire? There's no real need. Oh well, whatever. Just need to kill a couple more hollows. It's not a problem, really. So let's go do that, and then we'll take on the Heide Knight. Must remember it's that button to block. I so want to pull the actual trigger to block with the shield, but no, that's the parry button. Speaking of parrying, I need to get back into the habit of doing that. Well, I can still do it. You're supposed to let them fall over and then you can do an attack animation on them, or you can just slash like a maniac if you're using a dagger. That works just as well in my opinion. Hey there, hollow face. Oh, alright, the camera, or the lock-on system is just as bad on the PC version at least. Where's your weapon? Okay. Oh, screw you. I'll get hit by an arrow, but that's alright. Oh, or not. Whew. Yeah, you keep firing. I'll be down here fighting that guy there. Oh, I did get hit by an arrow in the end. Whatever. That was a bad hit. Yeah, so don't get used to me using a sword either, because once I'm using a twin blade... I mean a shield. Once I'm using a twin blade... Oh, that parry should have went through. Once I'm using a twin blade, I'll probably still have a shield equipped, but I'll be two-handing the twin blade, so most of the time I won't have the opportunity to do anything with the shield. And we have so many life gems thanks to being the explorer, I don't mind popping one here. Not sure why the lock-on wasn't working, but whatever, we'll persevere. It's nice to know that some things are the same between the PC version and the console versions. Thank you for that. Right, so I'm going to do the same thing I did here on my mage playthrough. I'm going to go up the ladder, lure the hollows to come and get me, and then come down the ladder and kill them one at a time. It's the easiest way to handle it rather than getting swarmed, in my opinion. Chase me! Chase me! Yep, they're chasing me alright. So two-handed dagger. Oh, get out of my face. My face. Allow my face to introduce my face. The other guy might actually just fall. Oh no, he didn't. Good. Kill him quick. Good, good, good. You're doing the... Yep. Do you not have a leaping attack with the dagger? I keep on trying to do it. I'm not entirely sure if it's just that I'm not used to the Xbox pad. Oh yeah, there we go. He does have it. I was just not used to the Xbox pad. Fine. Alright, we've still got a couple more guys to kill first because I want to get rid of the archer up the top before I fight with the knight. If the knight kills me, this is where this part will end because I'll have to run back and that'll bug me. I mean, if I remember correctly, he's... Uh-oh. Bastard. If I remember correctly, he's super easy to parry, but unfortunately I don't remember his attack pattern, which is kind of integral if you want to be able to parry someone. So I'll probably end up... I could imbue my dagger, and that'd probably do a lot, because I remember magic being really good against him, or lightning spear is really good against him for sure. Where are you? Kill you quick! Oh no, the other one... No. Explorer armor must have reasonable defense, because they're not doing as much to me as I thought they'd be. Oh, are they both dead? He kind of fell backwards on his own spine. That's okay then. Oh, very nearly fell off. That'd be a fun death. Ideally, I want to try and get further than I did in the console version before my first death, but I don't think it's going to happen. My first death on the console version was the Flik sentry, which was rather embarrassing, because I shouldn't have died to him. Oh, my dagger's almost broken. It's a good job I have two. Dagger is broken. Screw you, broken dagger. We'll just use the fixed one. And this is a broken longsword here, I think. Oh, it's just a straight up short sword. Can I wield the short sword? No. 7 and 10. I am going to need to, in order to wield the twin blade I'm aiming for, I need to aim for a summoning stone here. Oh, I wonder if that's CR. I'm going to quickly get down there and check. Yeah, in order to use the twin blade I'm aiming for, I need, I think it's 22 strength and 20 dex, but I'm going to push strength to 25. It's a little bit higher, just for a shield I want. Or no, not a shield. What is it I want? Armor? Shield? I don't remember. Who is this? Ezekiel. You're not CR, I do not care. Right, how are we dealing with you, Mr. Heide Knight? Witching our... I'm going to use Aromatic Ooze, and then I'm going to chuck a projectile at him, and we're going to try our best is what we're going to do. Oh, that did pretty good damage. Yeah, that did alright. Oh, that is an easy to parry attack. I should have just parried that. That was so slow, and he's dead. That was a waste. What do I need to wield that sword? Because that's probably what I'll use until the twin blade. Where is it? 11 strength, 10 dex. I need to get those up anyway to use the twin blade, so yep, I'll do that. I mean, I'm going to get... I'll probably focus on Faith just to 22, but once I get Faith to 22, I don't actually need to worry about it for a long time. I'll still need to raise it every now and then, but the next kind of tier of spear that I want, or say Sunlight Sword, they all need massive amounts of Faith, and ideally I'll be lowering their cost as well. Oh right, I might as well make the most of having my weapon powered up. We're just going to use another life gem because I've got plenty. Anytime you want to lock on, game, that'd be fantastic. Done. Also, I'm in two minds about what to purchase from Melentia. I want her to move to Majula, obviously. I also want to definitely spend enough that she gives me the Covetous Serpent Ring +1. Usually I just buy all of her human effigies, which is 5 of them, I believe. And that's enough spent at her for her to give you the ring for free. I'm considering buying the Faris Lockstone, but starting as the Explorer gives me one already. Oh yes, that's right, Phantom Hits, I forgot about those. Done. Life gem. I said life gem. Thanking you. He's going to fire once, and then we're going to run up. He's going to fire twice, he usually runs away. Right, firebomb guy can't reach us from here. Still kind of want to kill him. If I had throwing knives, I'd just chuck them at him. I'm not going to have enough stamina. Damn. I could fall on him. That is not how you plunging attack. Oh. Whatever. Drop a firebomb, please, because that'll save me buying one from Melentia. Nope. Never mind then. Believe there's a better shield, a straight up upgrade on the Crimson Parma here. That broke his poise as well. Done. The Buckler. I think that's a straight up upgrade on the Parma. It is, but I can't wield it just yet, so whatever. Looks like I will probably need to prioritise putting just like, say, a few levels in strength and a few levels in dex. But we are approaching... Oh, I'm just double checking because I'm curious if I could find CR. We are approaching where this first part is going to end. I'm going to end when I go through here into the bonfire. Next time we will be carrying on exploring Forest of Fallen Giants. I am going to do it methodically. Well, relatively methodically. Oh, you broke my poise, you bastard. I should have parried. It was a mistake. But not one that I'll pay for, thankfully. Yeah, I definitely need to rest at the bonfire. I'm going to lose my other dagger. And we are going to go down there because I'm going to pick up the flame sword as well, because some bosses are just weak to fire, so I might as well have it too. There's no reason not to. Hello, Melentia. We're going to buy some stuff off you in a second. In fact, we'll buy some stuff off you now. We're going to buy... Well, we're going to buy the blacksmith key for sure, because I need it. So, blacksmith key and... Heal I don't need. I'm not playing that kind of... We'll buy 2 of those. I know your name's Melentia. Have I done enough for you to give me the Covetous Serpent Ring? Nope. But I have made her move to Majula. Okay, so the last thing we're actually going to do is... I'm not entirely sure if this is a feature or a glitch. Oh, I forgot to buy... I need to buy a witching urn. Good, she didn't move. Not a witching urn, I mean the... I need 1 firebomb, please. Thank you. That's all. Yeah, up here there's a door you open with the ring you get after defeating the last giant, but by design or by error, you can actually just destroy this one. So I'm going to do that, eventually. Like that. And this gives you access to another Estus Flask shard, perhaps earlier than you should? I know you're alive. Come on. Gotcha. We'll take that. Is there a chest in here? Yeah, there is. I can't remember what's in the chest. I just know it's not a mimic, so that's fine. Small leather shield. Actually, that might be a straight up upgrade that doesn't need as many stats. Small leather shield, less magic defense, same physical, more fire, more lightning. I can wield it, it weighs less, has less stability, so it takes more stamina to wield. So no thank you, in other words. Yeah, so please show your support for this PC playthrough. I know a lot of people wanted to see me go through the PC version after successfully getting through the console version. So I hope you're going to stick with it. Please like the video and leave a comment to share the love. I did pick up the Estus Flask shard, right? Was I just talking and not paying attention when I did it? Because I could have sworn you get an Estus Flask shard up there. I really should stop talking when I'm supposed to be paying attention to stuff. I don't see a flask. Did I just miss it? I could have sworn you got an Estus Flask shard up there. In fact, I thought it was the one where you drop down. Did I miss a chest? Yeah, this is why I promise you won't see play to this standard if you stick with the series. It's just, you know, I haven't played the start of the game for a little while now. No, there's nothing here. Yeah, I must be mistaken with what you get then. Oh, I opened the chest but I didn't bloody pick it up, did I? Okay, that's slightly embarrassing. But anyway, yes, I'm going to go back to Majula now, open up the blacksmith house just to get him in there, and maybe try and buy something else off Melentia if she moves there. And next time we start up, we might be joined by CR. We'll wait and see, I guess. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more Dark Souls 2 on PC with Lord Flik this time. Thank you for watching once again, and ta-ta for now.